Welcome back to our Saturday sofa share. Wasn't here last weekend, I was off again.
You were.
Another Saturday off. How is that allowed? Anyway, today we wanted to have a conversation about changing agents. Now, we've both been sort of saying for this year, we've never known it so busy. It is, the market is still very buoyant, things are selling overnight. What was our record? 9 o'clock at night, sold by 2 o'clock the next day, over asking price. Awesome. But that doesn't happen every time we get that. So what we want to talk about today is changing agents. Obviously we don't want people to change away from evolution, but Andrew, when people, what's the main thing that's cropping up as to why, when you're valuing properties and people are on with agent whoever, okay, agent A, and they want to switch across to us, what was the main reason for them choosing agent A? What are the sort of the key things?
So there's probably three key things. One was probably fee, cheap fee.
Cheap fees, we all go for that. Yeah, we want money conscious,
Yep.
watching the pennies, I understand that.
Yeah. Also, they probably had a previous experience with that same agent, bought through them before.
Yeah, and particularly if they've had a good experience.
Definitely,
Yeah,
yes.
understand that, yeah.
Or if they're hoping to buy a property through that particular agent.
And we get that.
Yeah.
People will see a property they want to sort of go and have a look at. Obviously you need to be on the market at the moment realistically before you can go viewing, and preferably under offer. So yeah, we do sort of put those chains together, and that's part of being an estate agent, isn't it? I think you hit the nail on the head there though, is the cheap fees, okay? It shouldn't be cheap. I say it shouldn't be cheap to move, you shouldn't overpay, I get that. But if you've got an agent that's charging, I think 1% or less, then you've got to question what are you going to get for your money.
Exactly.
And I think that's the key thing here, isn't it? And time and time again, in fact, actually, I'll tell you what was an interesting one, popped up on, I think it was on the Rightmove feed or something yesterday. It was a castle, and it was going for something like £12 million or some ridiculous sum. Beautiful property. The photographs were good, and I say good. Okay, I think we would have done better, but no virtual tour, no video, no drone, no presentation. Certainly weren't professional grade photographs. And again, why do people do it? So I think choosing from the cheap fee, bad move. Sit down and write a list maybe?
Yeah, I think so. What's important to you from your agent?
Yeah.
How would you like your property to be presented and showcased?
And I think from that point, when you're out and about looking at properties, look at how agents are presenting properties. I mean, I know I do, and I'm sure you do. We sit there and we see what comes on the market every single day. It's our job to know what's going on. But do we not kind of cringe
All the time.
when we see some of the, I suppose really, and I'm going to say this quite bluntly, when we see some of the efforts that agents well, they don't put an effort in, do they?
No.
And I think the problem that we're finding at the minute is where the market has been so busy, agents have got quite, yeah, and again that came up on one of the estate agency groups on Facebook. They're sort of saying about, yeah, whilst the market's great, anybody can sell a property, I understand that, but so you haven't sold, you've been on for 16 weeks, you chose your agent because of a cheap fee, or you sold through them, or you're buying through them, what are they going to do? What's probably the next best thing that they need to be doing? Because generally choosing an agent's quite a hard thing to do, isn't it? Choosing an agent to switch to is probably even harder because you feel as though you've had your fingers burnt. So what sort of things do you think people should be doing?
Well, obviously the first thing would be to contact us, of course.
Yeah, there we go, done. Right, move on. No, joke.
But no, do make a few inquiries. I think the very first thing you need to do, if you're not getting success with your agent, is to speak with your agent.
Definitely.
Because probably the biggest criticism we hear back from the general public that haven't sold is the lack of feedback from their current agent, lack of communication, that agent perhaps being honest with them, and just not giving them the right advice. So it's probably best to sit down or a decent telephone conversation with your agent and just be honest with them and say your feelings about how the marketing's gone, anything they can do to change. If they can't change, won't change, then that's when you need to think about employing a new agent. And the feedback you've had where you felt perhaps slightly misguided on price or the service levels, or feedback from viewings, then you need to be speaking to a new agent to ask what they're going to do to make a difference, because a new agent can and will make a difference.
I think it does, and I think something I will always advise people is when you set out on that first journey with the first agent, for whatever reason you chose them, you probably didn't have many expectations other than I just want my house sold. And I think quite rightly, as Andrew said there, it's all about communicating with your agent. Yes, you shouldn't be the one chasing, but at the end of the day, it's a relationship that you're building. So it is worth, as Andrew said, talking. But make a list, I think. Write down what you've liked, what you've not liked, what you think could be done better, what you think possibly is missing. And we can straight away say 3D virtual tours, cinematic, drones, marketing exposure. We know we can win that hands down, but it's all about what you want. You've got to look after yourself. So I think write that list down, and I think maybe before you jump in with another agent, check what have they got to check before.
Check the contract. So you would inevitably have signed a contract of some sort. Most agents, particularly in the sole agency, will ask for exclusivity. That's a minimum period of working. 10, 12, 14, even 16 weeks is not uncommon.
26 was the most I heard from a local corporate agent. I just like,
but it's
awful.
It's not only the period of time that you've served for a minimum. There will also be a withdrawal or a notice period.
Yeah.
So you may have signed with your existing agent for say 16 weeks. You get to the end of the 16 weeks, you then get a new agent round to put that on the market. But stop before you do that. Do read the contract, because there will be a notice period. Could be 2 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks notice. So you're actually signing up for on a 16-week contract as much as say 20 weeks.
Yeah, and I think that's important. Realistically, whichever agent you're speaking to, they should be able to guide you on that. So what I mean by that is, say for example, you call us to come out and see you, we'll give you that right advice. If you don't call us and you were calling another agent, they should go through that process with you, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Because I think one of the most unprofessional things that I ever see is agents get other clients signed up before they've even finished their term. And kind of, I've heard this, just do a quick viewing, just one, go on, you'll be fine. But a lot of agents now, like we do, we're always looking at, we've got a data feed for land registry figures, so we can see properties that, or it will highlight properties that we've had on the market previously. It will highlight who it's sold, or when it's been sold, and who it got sold to. So again, we always keep a list of people we've done viewings with. So don't try and cut your agent out, and that's not just us, that's other agents, because it can backfire on you, quite spectacularly and quite expensively, if that's the right word to use.
Well, it would do, because you'll end up sadly with a dual fee liability. So not only will you pay agent A, your first employed agent, for the full fee that they have negotiated with you, but also your new agent as well. So yeah, it probably will be at least twice as expensive.
So book 2 or 3 agents to come back round. Treat it as, I suppose, really treat it as though you're starting again.
Yeah, start afresh.
And I think have that list of your likes, dislikes, do's, don'ts, ideas, thoughts, feelings. Have all that written down, and if your agent can't engage with you on those points, and if they're just steamrolling you, we do this, we do that, and we all do, as agents, as salespeople, we are all guilty of doing it. But if they're not sitting and listening to you, I think, you need to be shown them the door, in my opinion. It's a relationship that you're building, isn't it? It's a journey that you're starting. And I think we've both been a sort of similar corporate or large independent background. The agents, what they're looking for is numbers. It's get them on, get them sold. If they're not sold, get them reduced, get them out the door. And if they don't get reduced, get left a bit on the back burner maybe. I think that's a common fault, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And you'll find that if the agent's encouraging you to reduce and you haven't reduced the price, it may not be the price that's the reason why you haven't sold. It could be a fault with the agent or something else with the marketing. Then it will sadly get overlooked and go stale, I suppose.
I think one of the things that we look at, and I know Peter looks at this on Distinctive Homes, is just the lack of care and attention that goes into the presentation. It's appalling sometimes, it really is.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's all very well for an agent. I mean, all agents will be on one of the major portals. The property websites that are the usual suspects are Rightmove, Zoopla, on the market. They're the three largest. So none of us can claim to have that USP or being
that exclusivity or anything.
The only agent on Rightmove, because all the agents are on most of, or if not all of the portals. But our view is it's not a case of being on the portal, it's how you use the marketing.
Exactly. One of the things I keep screaming about as well, that is definitely, when you're talking about marketing, is definitely a USP, is Emily.
Yeah, social media.
So tell the clients a bit more about Emily. Why is that a USP compared to other agents, do you think?
Simply other agents don't use it. They don't, and of the other agents that do use social media, they don't use it anywhere near the same extent that we do. I mean, we employ, or everybody works with us, who is our social media guru.
Yeah.
She doesn't get to see the light of day. She doesn't answer the phone calls. She's sat there literally busy bee behind her laptop, coming
Every
up
day
with,
of the week, isn't it?
inventive advertising, new campaigns. Our clients' properties, when they're showcased on the likes of Facebook, they're not posted on, say, a Thursday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon when most people shouldn't be looking at Facebook.
Because they're working.
Yeah, that targeted program that we pay Facebook for as a boosted post to appear of an evening, perhaps, when you should have put the kids to bed, sat down, you've had chatted through your busy day with your partner, and then you're looking through your social media, and that's where those property adverts come through.
Definitely. I think Andrew's hit the nail on the head there. It's somebody that knows what they're doing, they know how to use those skills. Digital marketing has come through massively over the last few years. I mean, yeah, we can put it on Rightmove, put it on the market, put it on Zoopla, put it on our website, mail it out. But the benefit of social media is don't look at it as though it's just about kind of like telling your friends what you've had for dinner and when you took the dog for a walk, or what you're doing on holiday. It's a really powerful tool, and if used correctly, and I really want to emphasise that phrase there, used correctly, then it can certainly expose your property to an audience that may not have even been considering moving. So it's pulling more people out, isn't it? And it's working really well.
It is. You get an awful lot of traction, and by the time we finish paying for that boosted post, then the amount of engagements can reach thousands.
Absolutely. So when you are looking at changing your agent, please, we're here to talk. We may not be able to help you, but we just love talking property, don't we?
Yeah, we do. That's what we're here for.
So anytime you want to give us a call, 01233 501 601. Andrew.
Property of the week.
Yeah, what are we going to have?
Smithy Drive.
Oh,
what a
gorgeous house. Do you know, I've not seen that one yet, and I feel really guilty. I know the team here have seen it, and they're absolutely shouting about it. We've got some good interest on it already. You've just done the video on that one, haven't you? The presentation video, so that's really exciting. Waiting for that to come out.
Just at edit stage, yeah.
Excellent. So tell them more about it, and I'll put the video up.
Yeah, of course. It's a fantastic 3-bedroom linked detached family house, refurbished in the last couple of years, and the current owner hasn't actually lived in the property since he bought it.
Let me buy it and leave it empty. But that happens. Yeah.
But really, really super stylish. It's what we call plug and play. So it's literally you just set your stuff down and away you go. New windows, new door, brand new kitchen, that's fully fitted with fridge, freezer, wash machine, dishwasher, oven, extractor. Brand new ensuite, brand new family bathroom, new flooring, fresh decorations throughout. So if you are looking for something that you literally can just step straight into and do absolutely nothing apart from unpack your bits and pieces, then you really need to have a look at that.
And if I'm right, that one is nicely tucked away. There's only 3?
Yeah, so it's like a little enclave at the end of a cul-de-sac. So you're down a cul-de-sac and then into your own little private...
Nice.
Yeah, always.
Nice and quiet.
Yeah, it is. So,
stone's throw from the bus stops. Park Farm Central itself, the main part. 2 good primary schools, 3 good primary schools now within shouting distance, and Tesco. So there we go. So if you are interested in that, drop us a message or give us a call. Telephone number as always, 01233 501 601. And that's it from me, really.
It is, yeah. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's been another busy week for us, and we've got just as busy week ahead. So if you are,
we have next week, haven't we?
Yeah. If you are thinking of getting moving and again getting done by Christmas, that's the last video we posted.
Crikey, yeah.
Time is running out, so do call us. We look forward to it.
Clock is ticking. So enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much indeed. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye now.